Alrighty, what is going on, ladies and gents? Welcome back to the channel for another market update. Hope everybody's having a lovely day. And with that being said, against some TA. All right, guys, so it is no surprise that we have a real ugly day, real ugly daily candlesticks forming over here on the main indices. We're going to kick it off with SPY, then we're going to go over QQ, IWM, DIA, Mr. VIX. Then we got some of the big boys, Amazon, Apple, Microsoft, Google, Meta, all those bunch. All right, and then we're going to go over the chips, Bitcoin, and then we got Henry's trade ideas at the end of the video. So stay tuned. We got a action-packed video for you. I'm going to do my best to run through this super quick. So if you guys notice I'm talking fast, guys, that is why. We always happen to make these longer videos. I have to cover, the set list of tickers that I have here for us to, go over each day. And we got the trade ideas. We're going to try and run it, through this within 20 minutes because it happens to take longer than 20 minutes every single time. So if I'm talking fast, guys, just excuse it. Okay, give me a break there. All right, we're going to try and make this happen pretty quick here. All right, so starting off with SPY's daily time frame, I am going to point out, guys, you do have this bearish engulfing candlestick here on the day, and it does not look like you are going to be recovering into the end of the day. You have 2 hours left in the session, and if you can somehow bring it up, honestly, if you could somehow recover, $3 to $4, it's not going to look the worst, but we're going to go over QQ next, and that one really, I don't see a chance of recovery there. You're not going to get your $78 move on QQQ to make that a bullish candlestick. It's not. So I'm just going to say right now, guys, I am looking for continuation to the downside here. A major spot that I'm going to be looking at is going to be this daily 9. If you do not hold the daily 9, which is going to be around 553 right now, it's at 553.57. You can't hold that, then we're coming down to 550.12, and that is where I definitely think you're going to hold, all right? So let's just go over, maybe you're bear. Let's look at the reality of the situation, okay? You get down here, okay? So you're a bear. I understand maybe you made money there, but now you're a bear right here. At 550.12, you have the golden pog. You have the 0.618 fib that aligns straight up with your breakout level of 550.12. What are you also going to have, guys? You have a bunch of consolidation here. I'm not going to say it. Actually, yeah, if you put a volume profile on, you'll definitely have all of it sitting right there, right? So let's put on the volume profile. All right, wherever that volume range visible profile is. Where is it? Okay, we're just looking at over here. Where do you have your volume bars? It's right there. Oh, look at that. All right, there's the big volume spike. So you come into that spot, you expect buyers to step in there. All right, in reality, when you are turning down, like I'm talking major top style, turning down, you are going to do this. Okay, boom, 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 boom. All right, right here, we got this big red bar. You're going to get a rebound, okay? And I'm not relating this to right now. I'm saying if we get down to that 550 spot, you don't go straight down. You get down to a golden pocket, you bounce back, you come back to a golden pocket, you bounce back again, and then boom, then you finally sell down and you have a massive capitulation style event, okay? That is what would happen over here. You come down to 550.12, you expect buyers to step in around here. That's where the volume, that's where most of these shares were traded. They were exchanging hands right down here, okay? You come down into the spot, you expect buyers to push you back from the spot or the dead cat bounce, okay? And where would that dead cat bounce be to? All right, maybe up to the next golden pocket. I don't know how that's going to play out, but I can definitely tell you it is extremely unlikely you're just going to sell straight through here. So if you see this, I'm going to talk about this over the coming trading session. If you see this opportunity, this is the buying opportunity. If you see it trading down here at 550, this is your buying opportunity for that move right there. All right, that is a clean. I understand it's only 1%, and maybe you're going to be looking at this. You're like, Henry, you just fell 2%. You want me to just wait patiently so I can catch a 1% bounce? Yes, that is exactly what I'm telling you. Okay, no financial advice will be given here on this channel. But guys, all right, these are the type of bets that I want to be taking right down there. Okay, and that's that. All right, we're going to look at these smaller time frames here. We're going to try and keep it short here. You straight up, capitulated down through here. We're going to take off that level. You are currently in the golden pocket. The 15-minute RSI is not in oversold territory. The spot I am watching is down at 555.53. Okay. If you can't hold there in that demand zone, all right, it's right around 555. If you can't hold 555, the next spot is 554.29. If you can't hold that, you have absolutely nothing from there to down there. So that is where I would, think price goes. But guys, as we know, price does not go straight down. Okay. You're going to get these bounces and then you go further down. Okay. Guys, price action is kind of a funny thing. It could shape up however it wants. We don't know. What we can do is we could prepare for that. And that is what we do here in these videos. That's that. Moving on to QQQ. Starting off with the daily time frame, massive bearish engulfing candlestick with heavy volume. You're busting down underneath the 9. Last candle you got like this, which I'm not even going to say it's like this, all right, because you're down a whole nother percent plus what you had over here. Guess what? You rebounded and that was the bear trap. I don't personally think that's going to happen, all right? I'm just going to say this is an insane move, all right? And you very could clearly tell that they used the positive CPI event as a sell the news kind of event. Like, let's get, exit liquidity going here and let's freaking send it down. All right? So I'm not going to say I think this is going to be a bear trap, this candlestick right here. I think we get some continuation to the downside. I think you at least get down to this 486.86 level. All right? I'm going to come here to the hourly time frame. I'm just going to take that off. I'm going to take that off. I'm going to take that's where you sold down through. All right? And I'm going to take that off. We'll also take that off. Okay? We're going to do that. Hit it with that. All right? So that's the zone we're paying attention to up there. You sold down through there. Next support was going to be 491.07. Now that you're down here at this support, guys, the next one's going to be all the way down at 486.86. Like I said when we were reviewing the daily chart, it looks like to me that this is going to get continuation tomorrow to the downside. If that happens, this weekly candlestick is not going to close out in a bullish manner. Okay? This is going to be, we haven't had one of these candlesticks closing like this in a while. We can dance around and put in a top there. But, yeah, at the end of the day, I'm going to call it like I see it. This is not a good-looking candlestick. We have not seen that thing print in quite some time. The last time we saw it print was over here, where you ran back up. That was just a bull trap. You look like you went to the golden pocket. So, guys, we're going to go to the freaking golden pocket. You see, look what happened, guys. You've bounced into the golden pocket and sold from there. If the opposing side is going to step in, it will be in the golden pocket. We're going to keep this in mind, all right? Last time we printed that candlestick, you had to bounce into the golden pocket the following week. And then what happened? All right? You proceeded to fall lower over the coming weeks, okay? So we will definitely keep this in mind. But yeah, guys, this candlestick doesn't usually lead to, upside the next day. It could, okay? It could. We've had something like this happen like that, all right? But in the end, I think it's probably going to be sold, okay? There's that. But just with how this is looking, I can't say it looks like this thing's going to be bought up. But what I can do is I could come down to the smaller time frames and I could point out some things. All right. So you do have this bullish divergence carving out here, guys. And I know you don't want to see it because, hey, all right, this thing has now been oversold for so freaking long. All right. Since you over here. Okay. That's why I say, I don't think we're just going to get a gap up tomorrow and recover. I don't think this is all going to be proven to be a bear trap. I think if you get a bounce, it'll be a bull trap, and then eventually we're going to get down here. That's how I think this is going to play out. All right? But I will definitely point out, guys, you had the 15-minute bearish diverge yesterday. We pointed out in yesterday's video. You closed right on the end of the day push. You closed with that 15-minute bearish diversion. That is your reason to be cautious on the long side. I told you I shared my opinion in yesterday's video. Everything I share is just my opinion on this channel. No financial advice will be given. But I definitely did say, I don't think it's the best idea to just be buying into fresh highs. You have the bearish divergence going on. All right? Go back to yesterday's video if you want to see. I'm pretty sure I said those two things right next to each other. Why? Because this tells us caution. This, all right, if this told us caution on the long side, does this not tell us caution on the short side? Dang right it does. All right? So I'm definitely going to say, all right, I see no reason just to take this short here. I think you're going to come down here and you get buyers there. You're either going to get buyers stepping around where you are right now, around this 491.17 support, or you come down to 486.86, maybe come down and test this this golden pocket, All right, 485. Okay, so maybe 485. And then you get a big bounce. But quite frankly, how this is shaping up to me, maybe come right here, maybe bounce back there, and then maybe go like that. That is, really how I'm seeing it. But you clearly do have, the bottom of this, all of the structure we built out. All right, I'm not going to say we had days of range that we were building out. Okay, but guess what? That's really the only structure you put in this whole time. All right, on the like here, you didn't have anything here. You didn't have anything. All right. So we know this is where all of the action was happening. If price started to stall, okay, there started to be, an equilibrium, a balance to the buy and sell orders right around here. So you come back up here, I expect sell orders to be sitting there. That's what I'm getting at. That wouldn't be the biggest bounce, but I will call it, that's a $4 bounce there. There you go. Depends how low you go here. Regardless, guys, you got this 15-minute bullish divergence carving out here. Okay, if this thing somehow holds and you're down here, you look for buyers stepping down there. I'll be buying down here. I'm going to point out some trade ideas in this video on the big boys that I think are loading. Okay, and I think they're looking real juicy. So let's get into those. All right, now that we've gone over QQQ, moving over IWM. All right, guys, you did get the cool CPI today. Okay, you did gap up massively today on IWM as the other indices decide to fall, except DIA. DIA is not falling, so that is not too bad over there. But I will point out the absolute heavy volume going on over there. The breakout got above the 0.786 fib. But told you in yesterday's video, you get a cool CPI. This thing's going straight to 205 to 207. Just gap up. Well, did I know you were going to gap up to 208? No, I did not. But holy sweet baby Jesus, this thing wants to run, guys. It is time. All right. I told you, I'll call it like I see it. It is time for IWM. IWM is going to rip faces. Small caps are going to rip faces. You break above 212.25, you have nothing in between there and 227.13. Okay, in the weekly update, I will get some other levels that we could pay attention to as targets throughout this, what was that, $15 range there? Because there's no way I'm just going to say, oh, just hold long until all that. No, there's no reason to do so. But what I will say is this thing has been getting ready for this for so freaking long. So long. And it's going to go like that. So long, sucker. But you know what? You break above right here, you're going up here to 250. All right? New all-time high on IWM incoming. That is what I think is about to be on the table. If you could break above 212.25 and get a weekly close above there, guess what? All-time high incoming on IWM. Since I am so confident that you are going to break above 212.25 to get that daily close above there probably next week, I'm going to say all-time high on IWM incoming. Your out calls, they're going to pay. that's that. I ain't playing them, but that's funny. That's funny. That's just my call, guys. I do think we're about to see a massive move on IWM. DIA, guys, showing the strength today. All right. You can see that arrow. That is how I think that it's probably going to go. And I think you go up to the highs. That is that. Here on the weekly time frame, this doesn't look bad at all. Unless you sell massively tomorrow and get back underneath 395.59, this is going to look great. You're going higher into next week. It looks like you want to take out this high. VIX, guys. VIX is up only 3%. Well, SPY is down 1%. That is weird, hey? Isn't that weird, guys? VIX is definitely acting suspicious, huh? There you go. One of two things is going to happen here. VIX is going to explode and come all the way up here to 1488, past 1347, or you're going to see a VIX crush happen from 1347. My guess is going to be a VIX crush just because of how close you are getting to things that I'm watching over here on QQQ and SPY. All right, you're like $5 away from both of those key points, those key levels that I'm watching over there. And, if they get down there, I'm going to start calling for a VIX crush. That's that. And, with how this thing's shaping up, it's looking like it's going to come right here. Boom, get crushed back down. That's that. SMH, crap. I was trying to make this video a 20-minute video. Let's run through it, guys. Speed run. SMH, guys, you broke out to a high. I'm expecting a higher low on this dip. All right, guys. You just broke out here. Double tops very often do not play out. It is extremely unlikely that they do play out on these indices. And guess what, guys? That is pretty much what we have here with the neckline being all the way down there at 255.92. All right, like, 256 neckline. Regardless, guys, things don't go straight down. They don't go straight up. They have this action going on here. We continuously test structure. Well, guess what? We got structure heading down here, okay? So the levels to pay attention to are 268.14 and 263.08. 263.08 specifically is where I think we'll be tested and will hold. That is what I will look to play some chips with if we start getting down there. And by that point, guys, I do think this bad boy down here, MU, is going to be down here at 125.50. We're going to see the 4-hour RSI being oversold. And I'm going to be like, bye, 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 bye. All right. That is that. Next chip, NVIDIA, guys. NVIDIA is now retesting the 128.12 level. You stalled out at the 0.786 fib. And guys, this is just why I use regular time hours. I don't use these extended hours for my, most of my charting, because guys, you got above it. And if you're following my rules, then guess what? Oh, yeah, we're probably going to go up to the high. But no, the active market participants, the people who actually moved the market, they said, screw it. We're not letting it get above the 0.786 fib. You had a high of 136.15. The 0.786 fib is right there, 136.10. All right. They didn't want you above there. And now you're selling down. Now you're retesting the previous range. You come down here to 122.50 to 125.50. You look for buyers, step in down there. That's that. AMD, always with the hiccups, guys. Always with the hiccups. Pointed out in yesterday's video, I think we're going to get this retest of 172.49. I'm looking to take advantage of it down there. And then for that move back up to 183.02. That is what I'm watching. You see where my alert is right there. All right, SMCI, guys, I would say just patience. Just patience. I do think this thing is going to resolve upward, but quite frankly, this thing has been a troll. It wants to break out, but, if you got everything else looking like crap, then this thing's not going to have, sexy moves there, and that's that. PSM, all right, guys, we're watching 176.06. That is the key level to pay attention to on the downside. Amazon, all right, these are the opportunities that I was saying are loading, guys. Amazon, 3 years, breakout after 3 years of stalling out at that level. Guess what? All right, you come into 186.65 again. That is when I think buyers are going to break loose. All right, you're going to have buyers on the run, buyers on the move. That is only $5 away, guys. And quite frankly, if you test that level, all right, you have all of this structure going on. Not only what I just mentioned over there, but you got all of this structure going on. It was the top of your range that we had for like, what, 3 months here? Holy sweet baby Jesus. We have 4 months of range. You're retesting the top of it. Yeah, look for buyers down there. Not the best volume here on this sell. That's what you like to see. I expect buyers stepping down here, 188.65. That's the level to pay attention to. Microsoft, all right? Microsoft here, guys. Weekly time frame, I'm going to just call it like I see it over here. Major break and retest level is going to be all the way down here, 433.60. Okay, I'm actually going to change that. It's going to be over here. 430.82 is the major weekly break and retest level down there. Okay, I'm not saying we get down there, but quite frankly, guys, all right, I don't see a setup here to play long until we get down there. That's just how I'm seeing it. Okay, guys. You have the 150.14 breakout level right there. Underneath there, you have 443.40. If you get all the way under there, you have nothing until 430.82. That's what I'm watching over there on Microsoft. Apple, guys, major break and retest level is 220.20. That is what we were paying attention to for these buyers to step back in. All right, big breakout here. Weekly chart is looking good. Okay, I understand you got that going on here, but quite frankly, all right, you hit it with the stick. You come back into this previous structure in between 213. We're gonna say like 213-ish, all the way up to this 220 level. That's where I think this thing holds, and then probably heads higher. All right, you're just gonna retest your structure. Goog, all right, major level down there at 179.95. All right, I'm not interested in it until it hits 179.95. You see where my alert is, guys? That's why I'm watching down there. I'm gonna take off that little mess right there, guys. You get down there, you had a whole month of consolidation there. That likely does hold. Meta, All right, you're coming down into your golden pocket right now between 504 and 512. We expect buyers to step back in. If they do not step in there, we watch 496.01. But quite frankly, guys, you just did that. If you get all the way down to 496.01, I expect you to break that. And then you're coming all the way down to 482.50. And that's where a major opportunity should present itself. All right, and I will be watching for that. Okay, I am going to put an alert right there. All right, and then, yeah, we'll keep it like that. All right, guys, let's carry on. All right, we're going to come over here. We got to look at Bitcoin. Gosh darn, guys, gosh darn. We'll look at some Bitcoin, guys. Another day of rejection. Rejecting at the daily 9. That is my short-term moving average that I watch for momentum. You're still just rejecting there. That is not the best look. You got the daily bullish divergence going on here, but actually something I noticed today, guys. Last time you got your daily RSI heavily oversold here. Yeah, bottom out there, but for it based here for 2 months, guys. 2 months. We've only had a week. All right. So that is something that is on the table. I noticed that today, and it is definitely something we should be keeping in the back of our mind when we're low in the boat on certain things. All right. Price action will reveal itself when the time is right. All right. So I just want to make that clear. Price action always reveals itself. Okay, we have falling knives that sometimes pay, but in reality, we wait for signals of strength to come in. There needs to be a sign of strength or a base, and then you push up, and that's your sign of strength. All right, something typically happens. And Bitcoin, guys, we got a base building out here. We got to wait for that thing to resolve itself, and that's that. All right, guys, coming over to Henry's trade ideas, we have Target. All right, Target is making me happy. All right, Target gonna pay for some of the losses. There we are. All right, some of these things, Pan W has not treated your boy well. All right, it trolled. I was giving it time. I was just patiently waiting there, and no, Pan W slapped me down today. Okay, regardless, Target is the savior of the day. Okay, I think a major move is on the horizon over here on Target. All right, it may take some time, but I do think this thing's probably going to hit it with the reversal. All right, big downtrend break, A+ setup and a half over here. Got the retest off of the golden pocket as well as the low of that range. All right, and now you're back up at the high above 150.79, guys. There's really nothing to 155.80. That is your first major take profit spot. Above there, 162.21. All right, let me know if you're right in Target with me. I like it. I really like the setup, and I think it's going to make me a happy camper. SoFi, it's another one that I think will make me a happy camper, but guys, we will see about this one. We got to see if we get the daily close outside of this trend line. You do not want to see this thing close inside the trend line. It will be exactly like this. Okay, right there, you got 26 cents above your trend line. Right here, you got 23 cents above it. You got sucked into it, and then it died. It fell off a cliff. Minus 10%. I know it's only 6-7 cents, but minus 10%. You don't want to see that happen. That means we're coming down to a new low, and I don't want to see that happen, okay? You need the daily close above this trend line, and from that point on, we could base around here, maybe around 661. We come back for a retest, and then we launch above there, but I want to see the daily close above this trend line. Watch it. Disney. Still just sitting down here, just consolidating. No sign of strength yet, but I'm definitely telling you, this is the spot for buyers to step in if they go and step in. This is the major weekly spot. We're watching it. Square. You guys see what I saw on the weekly time frame. You guys see it. You guys see it. We saw it last week. We see it this week. The thing is shaping up. Market wants to be all weak and stuff. Well, not Square over here. I understand you're selling here. The fact that you don't have a big fat red bar on the day, that shows strength to me in a day like this, and that is that. Alta, you're breaking out, baby. Look for the daily close above. We've been talking about it, all right? But above here, 411.60 incoming in the short term. You probably have a quick move on the horizon there. Pan W, like I told you guys, Pan W slapped me around, slapped me silly. It's okay. It's okay, guys. You come down to 324.68. I expect buyers to be stepping in down there. Okay, guys, things don't go straight up. And quite frankly, all right, you pull back into it. It will be the healthiest thing for this thing. And you very likely do get buyers stepping in there for then that move back into this range. And then the next move, the 353.81 to 359.82. That is that. Tesla, guys, you're watching 230. Okay. 230. Big weekly breakout. You come back in the spot. I can't guarantee buyers are going to step in there, but what I can tell you is the odds are heavily in your favor. And that is that. You have 3 years of rejecting at this downtrend. You've now broken out of this downtrend. We go up. All right. This thing go up. That's what's going to happen. I'm sorry, guys, if you were a Tesla bear. I understand you're making money right now. You come into the spot is not the spot to stay short. Your risk reward there is heavily skewed. You could spill over, but it's extremely unlikely. All right. And if you do somehow get that, holy major buying opportunity in a half. There's that. But I'm also going to say you want to see it hold right here. With all likelihood, it does hold right there. And then you get to play that $30 move right there. Netflix coming back into a major spot down here at 639. All right. The golden pocket, 0.618 fib, is right there at 601.59. It's right there. If you don't hold 639, next major level that I see is going to be down here, the bottom of this range right here at 601.59. That like almost exactly aligns with the 0.618 fib. I have to assume that is a spot where buyers are going to hold. That is that. INTC. All right, guys. Big move coming back into where the move started from. Not the strongest thing to have happen, but what I will definitely say is, hey, INTC could be waking up here, and we are going to watch for an opportunity to present itself in between 31.76 and 32.24. That is the level to be paying attention to. I'm going to put on my alert right there. I'm going to bring it right there. Then we'll know in time. Iron, we talked about it the other day. We're talking about it now. You see where my alerts are? All right, guys, you come into the zone. That's your buying opportunity over here on Iron. You're retesting where you broke out from. And guys, you had a 200% move. Just from this zone up to here, you had a 50% move. You buy here and you have a target in mind of there. That's a 60% move. I'm not saying to hold for that, but what I am saying is you very likely get buyers stepping in right here. That's what I'm paying attention to. And that is what I have for you guys today. I know it wasn't a 20-minute video, but we did make it into a 27-minute video. I hope you guys enjoyed today's video. And if you did enjoy it and you found some value in this video, please remember to hit the like button. I heavily appreciate when you guys fill the channel with freaking engagement and we get to pump this channel out to more people. Guys, yesterday's video, we got like 40 to 50% more views the whole entire time. And still, all right, we still got those views, guys. More engagement equals more views. It means YouTube algo will recognize that, hey, the normal viewers of this video like this video more than usual. We should push this out to more people, all right? That is exactly what happens when you guys leave all of your comments and have way more likes than normal. And, I really just do appreciate the crap of it, guys. I really do. I promise, all right? You scratch my back, I'll do my best every single week to scratch your back. That is a promise. That is that. Check out the links below. Go join me on Twitter if you want to come trade with me. Link is also down below for the Discord. But Twitter, guys, if you guys like what I share over here on YouTube, then I don't think you'll have anything wrong with what is over on Twitter. I think you will rather like that. You will be rather fond of that. All right, with that being said, I'll catch you all in the next one. Everybody have a lovely rest of their day. And peace.